you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, tired.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Massive job.
I know.
How's the roof looking?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Probably my favourite part.
Keen to
Do you want us to show you?
Love to. I brought you these though. It's a bit chilly today, so I thought you might like them.
Perfect timing.
Awesome. It's starting to get cold.
Oh, they look great.
George has got a massive head, so lucky it's got stretch in it.
Good.
Let's show you upstairs. Come around here.
That'd be great.
And we'll show you how it's all looking. So this is the master suite of the first townhouse, and it's actually my favourite room. I think because we're just so high and you can just see the treetops, it's really beautiful. But it's also the best view of this stunning roof. So I just think it looks beautiful. The colour choice is perfect. But I was just saying to you earlier, I don't remember picking the colour. I think it's the basalt matte one.
It is.
Yeah, I remember like showing you the samples, but I don't actually remember picking it.
Well, it's a funny story about that. Ali?
What happened?
Put me in it, George. Thanks for that. Well, boys might have actually chosen basalt matte.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for once, you've made a good choice. I'll give you that. It looks great. Look, I didn't even realise that you'd picked the colour. I thought maybe I was still influenced you. I was still...
Yeah, kind of feels like a compliment, but not at the same time.
Yeah. I can't give you too much, George. It looks great. Look, it's perfect for the setting. I think it's a beautiful colour.
It has turned out amazing.
Yeah.
You got your little spot to come out and have your morning coffee, Nick?
No. This I will have my evening wine.
Your evening wine, you've moved on now.
Well, you can't have coffee everywhere.
When you
all the
drink
time.
that much coffee during the day, you need something that will put you to sleep.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
This is such a perfect little low maintenance courtyard for you though. It's actually decent in size, I think.
Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
I really love this
Nice.
piece, Beck. Tell us about this.
Funny story about that. So it weighs...
That is heavy. That's got some weight to it.
120 kilos. And when they dropped it off, the guy that dropped it off wouldn't help me bring it in. So I obviously couldn't carry it all on my own. So torrential rain started to pour, and then all the trades could see me like fretting. I didn't know what to do. So all the guys come out and they're helping me carry it through. But it was so heavy that they were all
it's
like
awkward
falling
too.
over. It was like a Benny Hill movie. And then they literally got back here and they plonked it down, and then George pops his head out. He's like, does anyone need any help? And I'm like, where have you been? So yeah, it was a mission to get it in here, but it looks beautiful and I think it works really well.
So word on the street is that your name's spelt with a C, is that right? B-R-A-N-C-O?
Apparently.
Just for the record, I think we stuffed it up.
That's all right.
It's a K, is it? It's a K.
definitely
Is that
a K.
Czechoslovakian?
No, Serbian back.
Serbian. Oh, we had this conversation before.
did.
I think it got cut out though,
That's
didn't
right.
it? So, when we were talking originally, we came up with the grand plans. We said the
did.
property's probably worth 700 to 800 as it stood back in the day, needing either a renovation or someone would bowl it. We showed you the designs of the townhouses. You said if we had a good day, we might reach 7 figures. Now, you've had a wander around, you've had a look. You think my work's pretty amazing. What do you think it's sitting at?
Yeah, it's a cool design, execution's incredible, location, as we said, it's remarkable. And I think the reality of the situation now is that you're probably going to be pushing well and truly above that 7-figure mark now that I've seen the execution of the product. Hard to believe it's the same house, to be honest.
Yeah, it is crazy. When
Hard
you
to
look at
believe.
it from the outside,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
absolutely.
But it's beautiful that it is actually the same footprint and on the same foundations. So what's happening in the market at the moment? That there's talks of the Melbourne market softening. Is that happening in places like the suburbs, like we're in here?
Yeah, it's been softer, certainly comparable to the last 4 or 5 years of boom times that everyone's been experiencing. It's been certainly a vendors market. Buyers have been challenged to purchase at reasonable levels. Now probably the shoe's on the other foot a little bit more. The market's certainly softer than what it's been in previous years, without question.
But having said that, from when we talked almost a year ago, you think that we're still going to be pushing into that 7 figures?
Yeah, the key, and probably the asterisk to that question is that good quality real estate in good quality locations always sell well no matter what the marketplace is doing.
Yeah. And it's a pretty cool example to say most people would just go and bowl a house and build 2 townhouses to say, well, we can look at these big suburban homes, split them into a couple of townhouses, and there's actually upside from a development point of view.
Absolutely. Well, that's the easy option, isn't it? Knocking it over, starting from scratch, genuinely the easy option. It's not absolutely easy, but the easier option of the two, but keeping the footprint of the original home and working within that has some challenges, you well know. You designed this whole thing. But making that an actual effective and well-executed plan from the get-go is a massive challenge. But I like the fact, the historical element. I love history myself, and I love the sentimental aspect to this particular build. And I can absolutely understand what the family's tried to do.
So here we are at the end of the project, and
I can't believe we made it.
I know, it felt like we weren't there for a while, but I went through and just did the figures, and even though we blew the budget a little bit, and we had sponsorship on board, it still turns out that, if we were to sell this, or one of them and make an investment, it works out that it would be a profitable venture.
Yeah, look, pricing up something like this is almost impossible, I think, because the scale of this renovation is like nothing we've ever done before.
No, yeah. It was hard to write that budget.
Yeah,
it was really
very
tricky.
hard. It was very hard. And look, I think it's actually worth doing, like converting an old house into two townhouses if their footprint allows it.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I think it's not for the faint-hearted, and it's not for like an owner builder. I think you've got to be quite an experienced builder.
I totally agree. But I think, looking back, that if, this sort of situation arose again where we had the opportunity to have a house and do something like this, it would definitely be something that we could make some money from.
It's 100% viable. And it always helps when you're married to a super talented, good-looking craftsman like myself.
Well, let's be honest, I made everything pretty. You questioned all my design choices and everyone walks in and you try to claim them. So I think we both need credit here. We both need credit.
I chose the roof colour,
The one thing you chose.
So are you happy with the way it's turned out?
Yeah, look, very nice too. I think I'm more happy than I thought I would be. Not so nice. They come nicer than what I thought before too.
I think so too, because you can still sort of see the original house, but it just come into today. I think Mum would have absolutely loved it.
Oh yeah, look,
she loved this area. She loved living here.
Yeah.
But seeing it as it is today, like it's the best house on the street again.
Oh, of course. Look, there was the nicest house before, but now they come over 1,000 times better.
There's no house like it.
No,
compared to it.
No, look, I think not only here in Abu Dhabi, but even in the West Suburbs, I think this is the best house here you can see. Look like you say your mom, they love the kitchen, they would love to cooking. And the kitchen, they come so good because they are bigger and...
Don't tell Beck that though.
No, of course not, because then they will be her saying they will be the best one too.
Yeah.
But look, they do a good job too.
So are you happy I cut the top of the fence off?
No, why? No.
Here we are at the end of Nick's place. What do you think, George?
I just thought this day would never come.
It felt like that. It felt like that. In
Not only the
thick of it.
build, but the process from like the first day that we met, was it maybe 3 years ago or something?
It's longer, man,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah,
Love
it is
Shack
longer.
days.
Yeah.
With our mate Mikey Chapman.
Oh, God, don't drop him in it. Cut!
There's been around 235 burgers eaten here
How many
this
tantrums?
month.
2 tantrums?
Oh, there's been a lot of
More than two.
The cameras, thank God, missed a few of them. But
Yeah. And that's not me, that's Dad.
Yeah, everyone at some point has had an outburst.
Yeah.
All of it, multiple actually, multiple. But you know, renovations are stressful, and the emotions were, you know, running high as well, and we were running to a time frame, and you know, the juggle of kids, and you know, it was just all quite hard. But I guess
But look at it now, man.
Looks
Exactly.
just like
Doesn't
the
even
picture.
look.
Looks like the picture.
It looks almost fake that it looks that good.
yeah,
That's because of how you built it, eh?
That's me. It's not your design.
it's amazing though, like being in S Group's office and seeing those renders for the first time.
Yeah.
And then you look and it's literally like
It is that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. So I think it's amazing, and it's amazing that it's still actually the same footprint that it was. It really is still Nick's place.
And it still works with like the whole suburban context where it almost looks like just a big house.
Yeah.
But then there's enough privacy for it to feel like 2 townhouses
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
back in the day, it was a grand residence. And that was Nick's thing. It was the best house in the street. Now it looks like a contemporary grand residence.
Yeah.
And once again, it's the best house in the street.
Definitely.
And I actually love that it doesn't look the same as each other. Like
Yeah.
mirror image
Different.
townhouses. I don't know, this has been done.
yeah.
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 Yeah, when you look at that,
Yeah.
and then when you look at this, it's completely different.
And inside's the same. Like
Yeah.
we could have just done everything the same, but we didn't. We kind of gave them both their identities, you know, and I think that this was the hardest build we've done, but I think the one that we've been the most proud of.
Parting words, George?
Adios, amigo.
That was terrible. It's supposed to be
bad.
something really inspiring.
Exactly.
Nothing.